You're successful on paper at 43. Money is okay, job looks good, people think you're doing well, but when you're alone, you feel empty as hell. If that's you, here's what I would do. Short answer, you've been chasing what you think you should want. Now, I would drop all of that and only do work that feels like play. And in this video, I'm going to show you how I did it. I've been chasing something my whole life. Muscles, status, money, deals. Underneath all of that was deep insecurity. Nowadays, I let curiosity be my driver, not fear anymore. More money or less money doesn't really impact my happiness nowadays because I only do work that feels like play to me. Step number one is called see the contract you have signed with yourself. What do you mean contract? I didn't sign anything. Yes, you did. We always want the things that we don't have in life. Desire is a contract you sign with yourself to be unhappy until you get what you want. Look at this shiny object, my wallet here. That could be your promotion or raise in your corporate job. You think that you're going to be settled and fine once you get that. But once you reach that milestone, there's going to be something else. I did the same thing. I signed the same contract with myself at 16 when I started chasing muscles for the first time. I thought it was going to take me 5 years to look like the guy I wanted to look like. Fast forward 5 years, guess what? Nothing really happened, and I'm still chasing that. So that's the thing with us in life. So we always want the next thing. It's built into us. It's in our DNA. That's fine. But now we just need to understand that this exists and know how to tackle that. That's why I'm going to give you one action in the step one. So grab a notepad or pen and paper and write down everything that you're chasing right now, meaning the contract you have signed with yourself. What are the things between you and that so-called ultimate happiness in your mind? Don't judge. Don't overcomplicate it. Just put together a complete laundry list. It could be 15 different things. That's fine. That's it. Step number two, see what feels like play to you, but looks like work to others. This is huge. Most men in their 40s skip this. We just feel stuck in that bad relationship or bad job or whatever the thing is. And we never really ask ourselves, what's our unfair advantage in life? What feels like play to me, but looks like work to the next guy? What do you find yourself doing when you have extra 60 minutes? Maybe you're waiting for your daughter to come from the gymnastics practice and you have some time to spend in your car. What are you doing? Maybe you're watching cat videos on Instagram and you want to be a stand-up comedian or whatever the thing is. That might sound naive, but that's where we're going with this because this ends up being your unfair advantage. Or maybe it's a subset of what you do in your current job. But really the thing is to list the things that you would be doing if you didn't get paid for it. Me personally, what I do right now is exactly that. So I only do the things that I'm truly passionate about. That's the thing that looks like play to me. Right now I help clients, I have coaching calls and I look at my content and I look at deals and I help people and I develop my business, I build people and businesses. So that I would be doing this stuff if nobody gave me any money for it. I want you to find the same exact thing. And the action in step two is this. The same notepad on page 2. Now you're going to write your list of things that are your unfair advantages. What feels like play to you? What would you be doing if nobody gave you any money for it? What's your superpower? List everything. Again, don't prioritize, don't judge, don't overthink it. And now here comes the really important part. Now look at your list from step 1 and step 2 and compare them. Is there an overlap? Meaning, is there an item that feels like an unfair advantage to you that also shows up in your list of things to get and achieve from step 1? That's where the magic happens. Step 3, you put together your 30-day action plan. Most men, we dream about stuff. I think men in their 40s are no different than men in their 50s or 30s. Most people just dream and they talk about stuff and they never take action because of fear. But your job is to understand that fear is blocking you, but fear is also temporary. Regret is the true enemy because that lasts forever. When I moved to the States for the first time when I was 19 years old, I didn't really have a 10-year plan. You don't need a 10-year plan either. That's probably just going to slow you down because you overcomplicate it. Simple things are the most effective in life. Life is simple, but not easy. We want it easy, which makes it complicated. So don't make it complicated. Now, the only thing you have to do is, after you know what your unfair advantage is from step 2, in step 3, you're going to put together that 30-day plan. And it's going to be, in the beginning, just 4 times 60 minutes. So you will find those 1-hour time slots from your calendar. You'll put 4 of them there, and you start taking small actions. It could be as little as setting up a company, or creating your first social media post, or creating a YouTube video, or setting up a meeting with a former colleague to talk about business opportunities. Just taking action towards your goal. And you see what kind of momentum you get after 30 days. And you'll be surprised if you just keep going the right direction, what you can accomplish, because you get that sense of accomplishment and you gain momentum. But you really ask yourself, what's the smallest step I can take between now and then? Do not look at that 10-year plan. You live in a one-day cycle. You cut ties to the past and to the future, and just ask yourself every morning, what do I need to do today? I have this 1-hour time slot reserved for this activity. I think about regret a lot in life. No regrets at 90 is really one of my only goals in life, as far as getting better and making sure that I'll live my life to the fullest, because I want to see what I'm truly capable of. And in order to achieve that, I cannot let fear dictate what I do. I'm here to help you do the same. So if you feel that this was useful, please do me a favor and hit subscribe, and maybe drop a comment below saying, what's your unfair advantage? I would like to hear from you. But in the end, let's summarize real quick. Step number 1 was to see the contract you have signed with yourself. What's your blind spot? These are the things that I'm chasing that might or might not be the things that I actually want in life. In step 2, we're going to validate those. We're going to list what your unfair advantage looks like. What feels like play to you, but looks like work to others. And then in step 3, you put together your 30-day action plan. Just worry about the smallest step you can take. And that's it. Hopefully this added value. If so, like I said, please hit subscribe, and I'll talk to you again in the next video. Thank you. Until then.